My daughter-in-law snuck something quite strange into my glass, thinking I wasn't watching. A little treat for my favorite mother-in-law, she said with a smirk. I smiled and very quietly swapped glasses with her mother, the same woman who once called me worthless. 35 minutes later. Can you imagine realizing the people you loved most were slowly, methodically trying to erase you? And then one day, they hand you the poison, expecting you to drink it down without a second thought. But I switched the glasses. And what happened next? Well, believe me, no one saw it coming. This isn't a story about shouting matches or slammed doors. This is about betrayal that arrives in silence, a smile that coats words in charm but leaves a bitter aftertaste. It's about a drink handed to you with a grin so perfect, you almost forget to question it. Almost. Before that moment, before the drink, before the switch, before the 35 minutes that changed everything, there was just me. Evelyn. A woman who raised her only son with everything she had. I wasn't born into wealth, I didn't have prestigious degrees, but I had grit. I had loyalty. And I had a love for my son that was honest, quiet, and didn't need applause to feel real. My husband passed when my boy was 12. I worked 2 jobs, watching his little hands help me fold laundry late into the night. He'd always say, "Don't worry, Mama. I'll take care of you one day." And I believed him. Not just because he was my son, but because that's the kind of boy he was, kind, attentive, always watching out for me. We were close, closer than close. But life has a strange way of changing people. And sometimes, you don't even notice it's happening until it's too late. He met her at a company barbecue. She was bright, beautiful, confident in a way that made rooms turn. She had a laugh that pulled people in, and a way of speaking that made her seem wiser than her age. I'll admit, I liked her at first. Or rather, I wanted to like her, for his sake. The first time he brought her home, she complimented my cooking, asked for seconds, said my home was cozy. Though the way she said it made me wonder if that was code for small. I told myself I was being sensitive, paranoid. But that little voice, it never stopped whispering. The shift started slow, like tiny cracks in a porcelain vase. She began correcting him in front of me, little jokes at his expense, but frequent. Then she moved to me. It was never direct, never enough to call out, but the digs were there. One Christmas, she gave me wrinkle cream wrapped in gold ribbon. "It's anti-aging," she said, smiling. I swear by it. Another time, she offered to teach me Google Docs because, in her words, you probably struggle with that kind of stuff. I wanted to believe it was generational, that she didn't mean harm, that it was me, not her. But each interaction left a mark. Small, invisible bruises no one else could see. Except, maybe, her mother. The first time I met her mother was at their engagement dinner. She arrived in a car that probably cost more than my house. She barely acknowledged me, didn't shake my hand, just nodded as if I was staff. During dinner, she leaned across the full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.